So my background, I was a student at Eau Claire, and I was very active in WRA. And again, that's where we all came from, was one night a week, Women's Recreation Association. And the sports would change from season to season. And because there were women with good, if not exceptional, athletic ability and interest in additional competition or playing at a level or participating at a level above recreation. So that is why the sports days evolved. I participated in sports days, and the part of that history that is interesting is people would sign up. Like if you were a participant in WRA, and at Eau Claire, it was every Thursday night. So, and the sports would change. So from institution to institution, you would sign up. So if you were a participant, and I don't know how they did it on other campuses, but Eau Claire, we'd sign up. Yes, I'm interested in going to Lawrence. I'm interested in going. And all the schools in the state were participating in the sports days, those that were interested. So it's interesting how those of us in Wisconsin really hijacked the Minnesota. I mean, we got all the background ideas, but the national organization at that time was the AIAW, and Association of Intercollegiate Athletics for Women. And that was where we got a lot of our ideas in terms of how we put the Constitution together. And then early on, that was the only collegiate organization that women had for athletics. The big, in our conference meeting after conference meeting, was scholarship or no scholarship. And again, the history was at one point in Wisconsin, we had 16 members, some of which were private, some of which went on, like Madison, to become a Division I school. But scholarship, non-scholarship, that was the big battle in NAIA, scholarships and non-scholarships. So NAIA pretty much became a non-scholarship national association, and NCA took over those schools that had the means, enough money to start getting into scholarship programs.
Can you just touch on the importance of being active as a student in different student organizations and how that helped you and prepared you for a career in athletic administration?
I don't think of my age until something like this comes up, and then I realize, wow, so much has changed. And there's a lot of us that went through the very early parts of it that are no longer here. I think no matter what discipline a person chooses in college, involvement beyond coursework, involvement beyond classes is critical, because it's not the academics of your major or your minor, it's what is going on in the field with other people that are involved.
What was the feeling maybe in the room, or the feeling amongst amongst the people that were there?
Because Title IX got passed just like the very next year.
Right.
And that provided, I mean, those of us that were fired up enough to form this conference, in spite of not having any backing from our own campuses, that just really spurred everyone on to continue what we were doing.
But what were some of the battles that the women had to fight?
The women did not want to mimic men's athletics. Like I said, our early battle was we didn't want to go down the same roads that the men did. We didn't want scholarships. We wanted this to be a pure I'm participating because I love to participate, hence the Division III philosophy.
What did you see? What type of growth did you see? What type of advancements did you see?
Just the overall gradual improvement. And I have said this to friends in Madison, golfing buddies, pickleball buddies, anybody. There just aren't many people who get to have a career where they see the fruits of their labor, the improvement, the tremendous acceptance and success of what you were working on. So I really feel that I have been extremely fortunate. So when you say what are the highlights, teams that won national championships and spread throughout the conference with different people, different coaches who, for whatever reason, whatever the magic is that some coaches have to generate that kind of success. I was extremely fortunate to work with the men that I did. When you asked about upper administration, I did have support at Eau Claire. And that when they asked me that question about, did you ever feel threatened or did you feel like your job was at risk? And, the initial, without even thinking about it, I said, well, no.
Is there anything else, Judy, that you would like to share with us about, these past years,
Just the opportunities that are now available to girls and women. And the fact that, the college started it in Wisconsin, and then finally the WIA got on board and started offering. I guess that would be the biggest thing, how lucky I was to have worked with the people that I did